Hi, this is Tom Watson from CauseWired Communications, and we're here to help you with your case for support. One of the most cost-effective ways for an organization to really get through these hard times is to invest in a better case for support. By a case for support, we really don't mean a musty old document of 20 to 30 pages that sits on somebody's shelf or in their filing cabinet or worse. We really mean an interactive message, one that tells a story that can get people active, can get people discussing what an organization does, why it matters, and why its programs are crucial to changing the world. A good case for support in 2009 has to be one that works across many different media. It has to work online. It has to work in written materials. It has to work in video. And it has to work in the ways that your people describe what your organization does. A case for support these days is far more than a document. A case for support is your elevator speech. It's how you describe what your organization does, why your programs are important, and how they change the world. A good case for support gets people active. Some may become donors, some may become supporters, some will tell their friends, and some will truly become philanthropists who support your cause. When you're working on your new case for support, it's very important to figure out who the audience is you're trying to reach. And in the case of most organizations, that's going to be several different audience parts. For one, you have to consider what major donors are looking for. And what modern major donors want is personal involvement in a cause and proof that their money is actually working. It's actually going to change people's lives. Now, to do that, you've got to tell a story. You've got to tell them just why your programs work, how they work, who they involve, what the short-term goals are, what the long-term goals are, what the financial need clearly is, and what supporters can do to help. So the major donor and the small donor, or even the small volunteer, the supporter, can really come together in a new case for support. It's very important that that case be easily accessible, be brief, and be the start of a conversation that can lead to greater support. Many times people need to touch your organization in several different ways before they will give up their time and their money. You have to think of the case as part of your communications program as well as part of your fundraising program. I think the mistake many organizations make is that their case for support is essentially staff driven. It is what the paid full-time staff, mostly at the executive level, believes the organization is truly about. Now, while senior staff clearly have a huge stake in a good case for support, so often they have to go out and raise the money and run the programs, I believe it's very important to test a prospective case for support with a wide swath of volunteers as well. And I would include board members, major outside donors, including foundations, and smaller donors as well, particularly those likely to get involved online. Many times organizations put together a case for support that ends up reading like a long laundry list of programs and needs and wish lists and funding opportunities, and they usually include lots of acronyms. I believe the case for support really has to be a story. Think of a medium-length magazine article or a really insightful blog post written by one of your favorite journalists, somebody who you think really tells a story from a personal perspective and puts themselves in it. A good case for support has to include people. Has to. It cannot just include facts, figures, dates, and vague strategic planning goals. Those may be fine for internal review, but way too many organizations confuse internal language and internal review and internal planning for external communications. External communications has to be about telling the story of a cause that changes people's lives. And if you'd like to learn more, visit us at www.causewired.com. We'd be happy to talk to your organization about helping to craft a case for support that really brings results this year. Thank you.